Let's hope I've got this game set up on something. I don't. So now I'm gonna do that. Here we go. I came back in. Yeah, I'm sorry, Hunter. Lizzie had to go eat. Shad had to go eat. Yeah. I'm sorry, Hunter. It's okay. I'll play it for longer next time. Eating sounds num 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 num. Huh? Swear to God, if I have to translate this, someone's going to be in trouble. Thank you, Shad. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Start the day. Start the day. Let's see who we get in. Oh. Okay, yeah, I am definitely too big for that. That's what she said. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Okay. Oh! So, Inkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you, I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No? Oh! Oh no, poor Fable! Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? Oh my god, prawn crackers? Burger King? And all I had was pulled pork in wraps. In 3 mini wraps. The fuck? It was barbecue pulled pork, but still. Actually, no, mine beats the lot of you. Fuck that. Mine beats the lot of you. It is. Pulled pork is fucking gorgeous. Especially in a barbecue sauce. How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest, fable. Right, the quest. Travelling was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. Ooh, I am going to burp. I think I am. Gammon is nice too. Free Christmas dinners? The fuck? I won't be able to stomach one. I reached the borders of Traegerin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight, well, at least before sunset. Ooh. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God. You're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Right, so why don't you, like, all of you just get together and have a Christmas dinner? Instead of having to have 3? That seems like a lot to eat. Like... That's a lot. Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer, saw a werewolf-esque shape, picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage, and I stepped out the shadow, and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf, and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person? or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, please put down the sheep. And she asked why. And I said, well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked who I was. No, I asked who are you, a guard? I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins, and I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turn around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow gleaming eyes, gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, something suddenly rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Celine and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff my Uncle Dragon likes to wear, that old bastard. I'm gonna say the words. Hey, why can't I say that? What the... Youth protection, the age rating system is quite harsh. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Oh, I wasn't, was it I wasn't joking? Oh God. No! Oh, I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years, was coping about it by joking, but that's the only way I can talk to him these days. Okay. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favourite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left, ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was going to kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear, but it got them to stop long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. Damn, girl! Damn! I would never have done that, of course. But they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen. And looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves? Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Celine and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. He couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving. Deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things. Or Vtuber things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that. The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realised I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologise to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still a problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with a cure he still can barely control himself. We helped him realise that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. we play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secret of the moon signs. That sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy? That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another? Exactly. I like that. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah! Said something about it being for you, Innkeep? Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't hard, was it? Well... So, a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprising me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make me the usual. Strength never gets old. Gotcha, darling, gotcha. Gotcha. So, strength. Where it's the Southern Brawler, isn't it? Draw the recipe. So... let's get a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. There we go. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike? Back to my senses? I've had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. Girl wants a swift strike. Here we go. One of you. A purple. And a lot of this. One swift strike. Here you go. Thank you. Oh wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out in a second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Celine, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you later. Already gone. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Sir Kalen first. But I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world. And you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. There we go. One happy little elf. Oh, hello. I'm just going to take a drink of my coffee, sir. Give me a moment, please. Ah, man, this coffee. Okay, that's gorgeous. Ooh, okay. Good evening to you too. Oh. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically. Not just literally. Physically, emotionally. My feet. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean, yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet. So if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. Yes, Rage, his fucking feet. What do you think it was going to be? His toes? His mutt? His wank. God damn it. Well, I didn't. It's not my fault. It's in the game. I mean, depends on his package as well, doesn't it? That could have carried him in. Fucking hell. I need to stop! Somebody's gotta fucking stop me at this point. asked for it, Rage. You asked for it. So, nah. You fucking asked for that. And you know you did. You can't say you didn't. You asked for it. Yes, you did. You opened up that wormhole. You opened up that fucking packet of crisps. And, yeah. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting, so she was only here at night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask? Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. Pardon me. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up. But all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotten flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honourable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Yes, Rage. Yes. Absolute big, resounding yes. And also, this makes me feel like I don't have, like, the right colours to be, like, to own a tavern. Like, maybe I need to, have another outfit, but that would, the money's, damn. Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair? Sealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still... My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No. Too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade for? Say, what do you trade for them? Them for? Fuck. Secrets. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come to I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of I need to burp. I should be okay. You cleaned a lot of glasses. Served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. Am I gonna burp? No, but I'm gonna yawn. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually. And for a bit, the duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those will be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart, for her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing, strength I can do, and some frost armor should help with the fangs, or perhaps The smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape right from under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. Pardon me. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way that I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Honestly, I'm gonna say the swiftness. So what does that do? So, oh no, that one, right? That there. Okay, there we go. Here you go, a drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't have to ask permission before you steal something, Innkeep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes two of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and as quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave, or for a good story. Farewell. Or a bitter end. Whoa! Lynn! Oh, she took a quest. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Great! Did you sleep well? What? Sleep? How was it? Ah! Fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. Was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. Okay. Southern Brawler. Okay, we got this. Southern Umbrella. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Kaelin. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest? Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I Miss Fable? Isn't it a bit soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating. And I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire. Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get the chimera glue themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that would be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time. And they were created by the guardians. And they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine? Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous? Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing, I'm asking. Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? It ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian, more about what created it. Folks, I'm gonna BRB. I'm back. Ooh. Ooh. Holy smokes. Thank you, Rage. It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. I like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Rage! Why? Why? Just why? Why? Oh. Holy smokes. Why did you make a metal band? Really? A metal band? Pardon me. Ah, okay, interesting. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones. Different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. Never found a wyvern one in all her years. No, she asked what the deal was with them. Oh my god. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell me the story. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? I do. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. They are. Fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I am a warrior. Don't do all that magic Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. if you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart them. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of I can't talk. Just a little bit of Phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. Ooh. And that's your job. Figure it out. Damn. Ooh. You know, I feel like let's see. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go do that. One of those. And the rest on defense. Do I need to add more? Still gonna be a frosted lagoon, so let's do more. Also, Wyvern, that biatch is a tough bit to beat. Yeah. Figured it out. Thanks. Feeling tougher already, and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Whew. Hey, undo. Andu's so cute. I can't wait for my Andu plushie. That would be fucking great. That would be I can't wait to get it. Got an itchy nose. Whew. No, not that. Yeah, that's not how it's spelled. It's a U, not an O. It's A-N-D-U. Not A-N-D-O. That's Ando, not Andu. I love finding Rachel. Start day. Oh! Hey, Inkeep. Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do. Yeah. The birds seem to be in a slight uproar. Like, something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What will it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes. I'm quite confident in my capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Got the brawler stuff again. Oh. Let's see. That it? I think so. Don't think you need fire resistance, but I'll give it to you anyway. Liquid steel. It's just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. Sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure. But do you know what I'm most excited about? Nymphs. No. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boreas. That'd be Fable's reason. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me? Sure. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The geysers and hot springs. Especially around this time of year, when the mornings are still a bit chilly, and the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure things will be nice. I'm sure... That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time, so I don't run out again. I mean... I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Do I really need to make a yawn counter? Because at this point I'm yawning my head off. I mean, I did struggle to sleep, so that's probably why. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. Oh my god. Guys, I'm so sorry. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green cheeked conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention? Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late for your convention. Well then, so long and keep. See you soon. There's a few elves in this. Wait till you see one of the characters. Right. Honestly, chat. Honestly. If my model could flag you off, I would do it. If my model could flag you off, I would flag you off. So then, in that case, Rage, this is what I'm going to do to you instead. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them that Kaelin's quest and the... Told them about Kaelin's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that? She told me before she left. In case she... She told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course. We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. And she promised to teach me how about that too. I can't wait to learn how the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. So well, what is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Oh, pardon me. Or rather that Kaylin was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves? Yes, I recall. As a reminder of my very first successful quest, I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh! What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections. I imagine it to be a constellation from a far away realm. I call it the Little Dipper. Does look a bit like a Little Dipper. Using a lot of imagination. Who knows? Maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration in the night sky. Oh my god, 6 more burps. I can't. At this point, I just can't. Too many burps. Too many burpy burps. I need to stop burping. But I know that's not going to happen. Wow. If I used to burp 6 more... Nah. There might be. Maybe a Little Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. A bear? Inkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now. Most likely. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea? Primordial sea. Really? Somehow that fits. Your magic reminds me of it. Mere coincidence. You'll have to give me your birth data soon so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great, thank you. I think you might be a double jackdaw. Are you? We'll see. We will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Or something more zesty, perhaps? A drink, please. I've figured out how to make my own zest. Happy to hear that, Fable. But drinks? Not sure how to make those just yet, especially with the right balance. I'll still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So maybe you could make me something that will keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I'm already on it. Thank you. One moment. Already on it. Already on it. You, my lovely, need a swift sneak. And I'm going to give you a little extra. Swift sneak, swift strike. Swift sneak? Where did you get swift sneak from? Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. I think I know where I got it from. Rage. I was probably thinking Minecraft stuff. Which doesn't help. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit, if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Oh! Kyle! Greetings, Innkeep. No, you can stay away from my fucking blood. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not. Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment, with winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I'm very good at those. Maybe the inn want you to play around with you. Mayhaps. But it underestimated my skill. Oh god, can I stop fucking yawning? As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear Innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes! I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it into the menu yet? Not yet. Shame. Then I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. Rage. I'll fable you to a fucking table. Like, stop. Seriously. You leave poor Fable alone. Fucking men. You leave Fable alone. She's too nice for you. Way too nice for you. Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy. Konnichiwa. Would you prefer Kyle? Or is he too thangy for you? Ah, this is perfect in keep. The only thing that could make me happier would be a... The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvellous. Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taken the day off. She demanded vacation time. So I said she could choose any day. And she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire. And my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun? The sun is also bad for vampires? It is? Yes. Right, I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colourful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere. So I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles? Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would never have agreed to that. It is my cape after all. Maybe he wanted my Pasca recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me? He asked me about you. Me? Yes. He said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course. So he asked me to I sang your praises, of course. So he asked me to deliver you greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious innkeep has found in a house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together? I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. A little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat. And a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's really sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is a harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capeful, sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. The refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. I still think she hates you. That is a very mean thing to say. I don't think you get to make that decision. Neither do you. No, but I can have faith in her heart. Isn't that what friendship is all about? That reminds me. I forgot a crucial part of that message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said... What was it? Don't think too hard about it. Of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic, longingly dwelling in memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you enjoy them. Fireworks? Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't a part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. I don't mean to interrupt, but... What is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful. They're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Definitely not fireworks. At all. So Act 1 is completed. Which is good. I can't believe we're on Act 2 already. Like... Well, was it Act 1 that was completed, or was it... Did we start... No, we might already be on Act 2 anyways. Huh. I don't know. I can't remember. There's so much to this game. Like... Rage! No, it was Act 1. It's now Act 2. We are on Act 2. We were on Act 1. So, we are on Act 2 now. And all this talking is like, Rage? Better big ears than a big appendage. Nobody needs a big appendage. So, I can see that I'm just going to be getting trolled by you lot soon. Num 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 num. What did I do, Rage? Honestly. I can see Rage just like quitting at this point. The answer is yes. Is it? Are you sure? No. Would you like to retire, Rage? You're not allowed to say yes, or you can say no. Honestly, Rage. I hope you realize I was joking. I'm just waiting for him to be all sad now. About your retirement. I knew it! I knew it! Mate, you're not going to get rid of me anytime soon. You know that, right? You know that's never going to happen. The one that's been used mostly is the raid emote. So far. Just so you know. I'm just having a little munch on some sweets. To try and like... It tells me in... Shad, you'll be too sweet for me. It tells me in the background, like, in my creator dashboard. There you go. That's how I know. Don't worry, Shad, I won't munch on you too much. Rage, come on now. Nope. Raid's the one that's been used the most. Stranger. Wait, what do you mean you lied? Oh, you have... Yeah, you haven't used lurk. What the hell? I've used every single one to show what people... Like, to show people what I've got. So, yeah. We are going to get into this next story, don't worry. Here we go. I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars. Although, it did take me... Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah. You can make it as a new section. I'll put a marker. I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars. Though it did take me nearly the whole day to finish all those little repairs. The building might still look a little battered, but it could be worse. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. Pardon me. Fuck. The way whoever comes that way whoever comes in can get at least a small taste of That way, whoever comes in can get at least a small taste of normalcy. I think that sounds like a good plan. Ooh! Innkeeper. Jade. Didn't think you'd show up again after last time. No hard feelings. Remind me again, who started that whole brawl? Ah, no clue actually. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? If I wanted to chat about it, maybe. But you know how much the If I wanted to chat about it, maybe. But you know how much the remnants of the past bore me. Then let's focus on the present. Let's. I didn't come all this way to revel in old times. After all, although I brought you something I knew you'd find useful. Just in case you did remember who started the brawl. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see. It's some Thunder Sage. Found it on one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just don't try to boil tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. You seem to be speaking from experience. Your tavern seems to be getting on in years. Seems like nothing can escape the grip of time. Wasn't even sure if it was still open. Is it that bad? Nah, I guess some would say age adds character. And what would you say? I'd say you've gotten old. Ouch. Oh, don't take it too personally. You've still got some of your old appeal. Yes. You can be honest, you know? You're not my type. That's okay. Perhaps your drinks are my type, though. What can I serve you? Something that'll keep my mind sharp. You never know what will come your way next. Gotcha. Shad? Yes, boobs. Okay, boobs. I swear. I said shad, not shag. Do you even know what shag means? In the UK? Do you even know what that means in the UK? Okay, and what does it mean, Rage? Come on. Come on, tell me, what does it mean? Get some what? So basically, for those who don't know, a quick shag is basically a quick sex session. And that's why I was like, what? You want brains. Are you sure about that, Rage? Because you're constantly saying to me that you have to turn game sound up. So, is that really true? Because me thinks nada. Oh, no, I did the wrong one. Undo. Here you go, bud. Okay, Andu, I fucked up there, buddy. When have I said that? Plenty of times. Perhaps you'll find this appealing. Now that's what you call a drink. Maybe you haven't gotten on in years so much after all. Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in Zenith these days? Keeping up to date. Checking out the latest town gossip. After my most recent gig. Right. Andu is not gonna get poisoned. Andu loves the drinks. Andu's a bit of a spicy dragon. Your most recent gig? Yeah, because boobs are hot. Oh, what? No, you said her name wrong. I said Shad. Don't start with me, Rage. Oh my god, Chad! Your most recent gig? I finished up a job in the Saye Plains. A sandworm kept terrorizing a group of seal-worn merchants at the edge of the plains. I, myself, am very fond of those creatures. They just mind their own business. But sometimes, they gotta eat. But you know how it is. Something's gotta pay the bills after all. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though I still managed to get sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only a sandworm and not one of those mimics that pretend to be part of the local fauna and snap. Gone you are. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest in Zoford from one of the local merchants and decided to go take a look. Zoford? The seaport? Yeah. Always considered it a rather calm area. It was, still is. It was, still is. Sometimes at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild. So I went there to deal with some bandits, look at their most wanted list and cash out. There was no real challenge though, so I didn't pick anything up. Other than a few hushed whispers at the marketplace, that is... something about the some archmage's familiar that went missing or whatever. Perhaps a job for you? I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's going to pay me, you know? Of course. I was way more interested in hearing more about the undead on the other side of the country that my colleagues were mumbling about. So I came here, and naturally I couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up. Honestly, not too good. I'd ask if you'd wanted to talk, but I think I already know the answer. Correct. Sure, whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been a bit fucking hell. Not really. I've been a bit occupied cleaning up this mess. The tavern was just a tad affected by the recent incidents. What do you mean? The shooting stars? I think I need to borrow a new mouth. Because holy shit. Shooting stars? It's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. I'll have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. Coming right up. You want defenses. Not that one. Pardon me. Fucking hell. It'll do. Fuck you, Rage! Fuck you! Shad! I swear to God, you pair. You fucking bullies. Konnichi e. Ah. Please enjoy. Like dragon scales, sturdy, strong, flawless. I'm glad I could impress. Okay. Chad, shut up. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. And my day off. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country. I mean, if the star ray managed to affect not only the tavern, but also the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course. No thank you. I'm closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things. Alright, Chief, the offer stands. What? You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else would it have been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets travelling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Sometimes they crash on Gaia. Rarely, but it happens. Nothing I would worry about. Just an average Genesis for me. Cassiopeia helped me. What? Do you know something I don't? Perhaps. Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to. Nope. My name is Ilifia. Ilifia Anwar. I'm a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady of the gilded sea. Rage, shut up! I fight for those that cannot fight for themselves. Bring justice to those who would bring doom. Rage. I am very aware of when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleasure to meet you. I'm just gonna go call you L. Literally. Now, trust me when I tell you, this was more than just your average asteroid shower. I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. Rage, I'm gonna knock you out. What? No, I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually I reside in the Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast, dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her, to take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. Ah, shit. We were just on our way back when suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia, the harbour of all luminaries of the firmament. Just say astral realm. That wouldn't do the place justice. But what would you know? It's vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface, home to creatures beyond our comprehension. It's the theological term for it. Anyways, I noticed something was off the moment it happened. Perhaps a tad beforehand. Like the feeling of impending doom when all the hairs on the back of your neck stand up and you know a creature's lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, in Keep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you and your tavern. If anyone had any intel, it'd be you, they said. They did? Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues, at least to help me start with my investigation. Well, she could ask around for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? I can certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best. Aid those in need. And perhaps find out more about this disaster. Wait. What? Why are you so nonchalant about all this? Things like this happen all the time. And people like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you continue living like that. I didn't ask for any help. There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you will be happy there are people like me. Sure. Before I forget, innkeeper. Yes, Elle? I will help you fix up your tavern free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need my help, I know many around that do. So, I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about all of this when I return. God damn it, Rage! I swear to God. Rage, you're a fembot. You're a freaking fembot. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get my ass kicked and handed to me on a fucking plate. I know it. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna kick you up the ass. Uh-huh. I wasn't meaning that kind of name calling, but okay. We'll see if that has an issue, Rage. We'll see if that has an issue. Where's the clips? Clips I've created. Wait, it didn't make a clip? Really? God damn. I pressed it to clip. What the fuck? Fair enough. No, I've done it. I think I've done it. I think I've got it. I think I clipped it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get my ass kicked and handed to me on a fucking plate. I know it. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna kick you up the ass. I clipped it! I managed to clip it. How dramatic. Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in time of crisis? Not sure if I'd call this a crisis. Sure, if it's like she said and the literal stars fell from the literal sky, then yeah, that's odd. But then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it from happening if she wanted to. Are you religious? No. But I don't deny the dragon's existence. Okay, he's gone back into the bedroom. Which means I'm more confident than... Which means I'm more than confident in saying that if they want to be worshipped, they should work for it. We all work for something. I work to get paid. You work to get paid. And they just get paid without working. I wouldn't say they aren't working. Then what are they doing to help in a crisis like this? They're taking care of the grand scheme of things. Ha! Wishful thinking. Ayo! Greetings, adventurer. Who? Me? You're the only one who entered my tavern, no? Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? That's just her standard greeting. Budget couldn't cover any more, I suppose. I have a wide variety of greetings. Uh-huh, if that makes you feel better. Hit me, Inkeep. Give me something from your repertoire of greetings. Ayo, bro. Cringe fail. Didn't you greet me like that? It's different when I do it. Yeah, the whole demeanor revolves around cringe. Yeah, Wait, what? Who even are you? Jade, you. Iniko. Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it? What? What? I'd prefer it if no one stole anything. Drake's. Got it. Can I have a drink then if I can't have your name? Of course, what do you want? What do you have? Everything. What do you need most right now? Something that'll make me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. What? What? Worms can be slippery? That wasn't... Never mind. A slippery worm coming right up. In a cup? No, in a barrel. Okay, let's see. Need one of you. There we go, Swiss Strike. No wounds, but perhaps it'll suit your tastes. Oh wow, this is great. Amazing even. Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex? Don't look at me like that. I'm just joking. You aren't from here, are you? Who, me? Who else? Corey. Is that the thing on your shoulder? Bingo. It's short for corruption. No. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me is from Avalon. Oh, an Avalonian, native born or by ancestry? Native, duh. Huh, that's interesting. I find it pretty lame, to be honest. There's nothing going on over there. Everyone's the same. And you think it's different here on Gaia? Yeah. I mean, not really. But I can go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Theft. Identity fraud. Donuts. Boyfriend just, Yes, I did say donuts. I did say donuts. Boyfriend just brought me 2 donuts. Theft, identity fraud. It's all goody-goody with me because I can be someone else tomorrow. Sure. No, my donuts. My donuts. In Avalon, they all see through that game very quickly. I see. Changeling then. Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you. Fret not, what happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. But then we're cool. Cool. So, what brings you here, Inako? This and that, you know, Zenith seemed like a cool town with a cool name. Got distracted by that giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi. That would be mine. Cool. I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. That way I can admire the landscape, take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocket. And did you admire the wrecked ruin that was once Zenith? I mean, I love chaos, so... Is it that bad? Do you ever leave this tavern, Innkeep? The city looks like a broken mirror. You bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and boom! Yup. Oh. Iniko is so crazy looking. But there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly. Someone will fix it. And that someone's not me. Ha! Me neither. What if no one fixes it? So what? Then it stays broken. The Aether tree won't tumble just because some stars fell from the sky. I'm sure there's some egomaniac. I'm sure some egomaniac is already on the way to fix it. You didn't get my hands dirty. Ditto. Isn't that a bit bleak? Why even bother? There's always someone who fixes everything. And if not, then it ain't bothering anyone enough. Which means it isn't a problem. Exactly. These two are literal. Not sociopaths. What's the one where they only care about themselves and it's all about them, and if it's not about them, they're not happy? A narcissistic. Literal fucking narcissists. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Inako, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh? No way. The self-righteous and self-sacrificial hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that. Name one adventurer that didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies. I knew one, but they perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Evera. Oh, Ereva. They were nice, but too nice, you know? I know exactly what you mean. Were they also on their way to investigate the falling stars? Nah, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen, didn't care. But I was nice to them too, you know. Charmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at the camp. Sat around the campfire drinking tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe. Full on robes and magic type of guy. Kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens from the bottom of his teacup. A Leviathan? Huh? Why him? Dunno. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia. Ah, right. Sorry, mythology isn't really my cup of tea. What is your cup of tea? Fraud. Checks out. So, Leviathan warned him via his tea leaves about the start of something terrible. Tattered wings, taking the gilded sea in dark shades of misery, leaving behind nothing but a shimmering void. That's exactly what he said. How did you know? I think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of the Dalwell Hills? No, but I heard about that when I was in Zoford. Thought the Fae were doing one of their quirky rituals again. Wait, so it actually happened? Yep. He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa. Seems like the guy was a real psychic. I guess divination magic can be a powerful tool. The tea leaves said, "The wings shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Dorwell." Dorwell? So it really could be true. What? It sounded like whatever happened in Dorwell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded seas, shimmering void. Metaphors for a starless sky. If the wizard was right about his tea leaf reading, that is. But it fits with what I heard in Zophod. Happened just a few days ago. Oh, thank you, babe, for doing that for him. Boyfriend's just fed Max. Oh, that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea, I thought he was just blabbing. Oh, babbling. Yes, BRB. I'm back. Hi, Max, what do you want, lad? Why do you always do this? Honestly. Every single time. With everything that's been happening recently, I think he might have been onto something. Odd that the adventurers didn't try to stop it from happening. Maybe they were lacking in ego? Maybe. Or maybe they thought someone else would come along to fix everything. Okay, enough. I understand what you're getting at. Maybe they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all this. And we're just bragging about it. Thinking I'd stop them, LOL. Enough of your maybes. They're pointless and aren't helping anyone. I'm gonna headache. I'll go get some fresh air. So long, Innkeep. Merry hunting, Jade. Now it's just you and me, Innkeeper. Indeed, Inako. Have you ever thought about what would happen if no one ever fixed anything? Nah, pal. Just don't think about it. Life's easier that way. Why do you worry so much? You have your tavern. You can just mind your own business. This is my job. I listen to stories and gather rumors to make quests. I get it. That sounds like the blurb on the back of some page turner. I wouldn't want my life to be a page turner. Well, then it's good we aren't all the same. Though I could technically be anyone, even you. Don't. Drakes. I'm kidding. Didn't mean to spit in your soup. You didn't. Cool. I'm off. See if I can snatch some coins off the street. Good luck. Don't need any, Innkeep. Ooh, we got a quest. Hello. A psychic wizard foretold. No. No. Not Banshee. No. Huh. Wait a minute. New quest, new quest. Let me Let me work this out. A psychic wizard foretold. Zenith is in shambles. There's a slight unrest. Nope. Oh. Okay. The spectacle last night left a mark on Fioza. Not everyone agrees, but a cleric of Fioza claims it was something sinister. Zenith is in shambles. And a psychic wizard. Twinkle, twinkle, deadly stars. Damn. The beautiful yet disastrous starfall left Zenith in shambles. The city and surrounding farmlands are destroyed, and some people are left homeless. A mere meteor shower wouldn't leave the entire night sky empty. So what exactly happened? Is it a harbinger of something more ominous yet to come? Or whatever it may be, it's said that a fragment of this calamity can be traced back to Dorwall, an island in the south of Fioza. Okay, got it. We have Andu again! You little cutie. Andu's so cute. Okay, folks. So I have a question. Do we want to move on to another game, or do we want to do another part of Act 2? I'll let you decide, because I don't know how Rage is going to split this up, actually. Rage, how are you planning on splitting this up? Just so I know. Before I continue. Okay. I think, okay, what we'll do is, we'll save this then, and we'll move on to another game. Sound good?